Okay, let's see what happens then. Andreas, I didn't think you were coming to this. Didn't think I was either. I suppose I want to see how this ends after all. Can you believe that lucky Steinauer killed that nobleman? You missed the trial, Andreas. A magistrate from Mittenwald came in, read all of the charges and found him guilty. Lucky? Well, he has... Well, whether we believe it or not, the magistrate was convinced. Can't remember the last time there was an execution in Tassing. Oh, and here comes the procession. So they found Lucky to be the guilty one then. Did I miss anything? No, you're fine. Andreas? Hello? Agnus Dei. We told this Pecera Mundi. Okay. With Latin. I think I'm trying. Saying the same thing over and over. We know you didn't do it, Lucky. See you in hell, stonemason. Silence, silence! I ordered executioner to carry out his duty. I warned him peace and safe conduct, whatever he may befall him. Lord, into your hands I commit my spirit. You're gonna watch. My Lord Judge, have I executed well? You have executed as judgment and law have required. For that I thank God and my master who has taught me such arts. You, I know this is your doing. Agnes, no, I swear to you I had nothing to do with this. I don't believe your husband could have done this any more than I believe Brother Piero capable of it. But you talked to the archdeacon. What did you tell him? I did tell him I saw Lucky arguing with the Baron, but Hetty and Veronica saw that. Half the town did. Why did they take him from me? I am sorry, Agnes. Andreas, has the time come for you to leave us? We're afraid so, Brother Piero. This is a sad parting, but inevitable. I had hoped you would stay a bit longer. But the world needs you more than Kirsten does. You have grown beyond this old abbey and become a master in your own right. I will miss you, my son. Will you keep out of trouble when I'm gone? I pray that it's the last trouble I will see in my old age, and I have God and you to thank for getting me out of it. Come, your masterpiece is complete. May I see it one last time before you go? Please, I value your assessment. The opinion of one old monk matters little. All the same, I am excited to see it finished at last. It is a masterpiece, truly worthy of the word. And it appears you took my advice to heart. What advice was that? Put yourself into thy work, not just to interpret another artist's work, but to transform it into something true. This shows the world as it is, as you have seen it, even if it's not what we may want to see. Though it is not my place to say so, I am proud of you, Andreas. What's this? A scrap of parchment? Do not return here. Warning? Whose hand is this? It doesn't look like Brother Adok's or Brother Guy's. Brother Florin found a similar note in the Baron's clothing. And I found more notes delivered to others while I was investigating. It must have been written by someone who knew the darkest secrets of the town and this abbey. It tugged at those secrets to kill the Baron like someone pulling at threads that had been buried in the past. A frightening thought, but who would do such a thing? God knows. He does, and I hope this, and I hope his love can still the wickedness in the heart of whoever wrote this. Do not trouble yourself overly about it. Your future lies outside of these walls. I hope that you will have time to visit me once or twice in your troubles before the Lord takes me. I will come as often as I can. I would like that. God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Thank you for your friendship. Until next time. So it wouldn't surprise me if he is the guilty one. Piero. Oh, come back in a long lot later. Are you alright, Master Andreas? What? Are you alright, Master Andreas? Yes, thank you. I was just remembering him. Trying to, anyway. He doesn't come easily anymore. Oh, would you like me to leave you alone? No, Casper. It's not necessary. There's nothing to be done about it now. It's too late. Like so many things. Andreas Mahler, I never expected to see your face here again. Have you been in Nuremberg for these last 7 years? No, Nuremberg was for a few years, but I received some lucrative commissions abroad. Oh crap, where did we go? I say we went to France. There are some French can reference cultural touchstones of Paris, Tours, and Dijon. Spent a few years in France and in Burgundy, painting portraits and religious paintings of nobles and courtiers. Did you visit Provence? Only briefly, for a commission. Why? When King Louis expelled the Jews from the region some years ago, a number chose to convert and remain. So the king taxed them into misery. I wondered if the tax yet persisted. I have no idea. I'm surprised you care at all. But I'm not about to leap into fire to save anyone, but I don't think it's right what's happened to them. In any case, it seems time and fortune have been kind to you. Sorry to just drop in unannounced. It wasn't planned, I was just passing through. Guess what? We weren't planning on accommodating any guests, so don't be too surprised by the state of things. Anyway, I'm surprised a man of your wealth has time to visit a small country abbey. There it is, Casper. Brother Guy has a spirit as bitter as a lemon and sour as old milk. You would too if you were trapped in this drafty old pile of rubble. If you will follow me, I'll show you to the guest house. Your boy may stay as well, of course. Many thanks. Lead the way. When was the last time someone stayed here? Everything is so musty. Master Andreas, how did you come to be so well known at Kirsa? I thought you spent your wonder yacht in Italy. I did, but I finished them here, earning money in the scriptorium while I finished my masterpiece. Really? I didn't think Abbey still had scriptoria. They don't, and Kirsa doesn't anymore, for better or worse. I suppose I should tell you, there was a murder at the Abbey while I was here. What? Really? It was a dreadful affair. Father Gunnar panicked and accused my friend Brother Piero of committing the crime. This unsearching managed to convince the archdeacon that someone else was the murderer. The town stonemason Lucky Stanner died for the crime. Got someone killed? You know, it was a long time ago. I really don't want to talk about it. Why didn't you mention it before? It must have been a terrible situation to be in. I made some missteps in my time in Kirsa, but I saved my friend's life in the end. But what are we doing in Tassing now? I want to pay my respects to Brother Piero. And to be honest, I'm not looking forward to returning to Nuremberg. This commission is an obscene vanity piece under the pretext of a religious scene. Our patrons just want to celebrate themselves and their wealth. Dread each new commission more than the last. Every step I take toward home is agonizing. Master, you're famous and rich. Your work is wonderful. When I saw your altarpiece in Nuremberg, I begged my father to help me become your apprentice. I don't understand how you could accomplish all that you have and be unhappy. I thought I wanted to be like my father, like my brothers. I thought that was my dream. Once I wanted this life so much that it consumed my every waking thought. I don't know if I changed or if what I wanted was never really real. Maybe I had been a fool this whole time. I want life as an artist to be better for you, Casper. Learn from my mistakes, alright? Alright. Yes, Master Andreas. I shouldn't be burning you with such dark thoughts, Casper. Come, let's visit my old friend Klaus. It's been too long. As you like, Master Andreas. Okay. So what happened yesterday was, in the end, was that we went to the Archdeacon, and he decided who was the guilty, and it turned out to be, well, they decided it was a stonemason, so they chopped his head off, and then we talked a little bit prior, and then we are back now, 9 years later, in the same village. Now we have our own little apprentice. And we are the big famous artist now. Still can't go that way. Okay. Journal. You're supposed to stop by claw sounds. Yeah, I know not all of you were up, and because I lost track of time totally yesterday. I mean, it was like 2 a.m. When we finished the story. Okay, so I'm gonna. This is not the way we're supposed to go, but I'm gonna look around. I would say this is not really not too much of a stream game, really. Because there's a lot of reading and a lot of running around. But a stunning collection of wildflowers all grow so plentifully in the meadow. Now we can pet the cat again, yes. Just do it. You know it's the right thing. I don't understand why this is so hard for you. Hey, it's Otto. Otto, I'm scared. It's dangerous to cross the Abbot. Would you prefer the alternative? You don't need to do that, Otto. I understand. I'm just saying... Andreas Mahler? It's good to see you again, old friend. Otto, you're looking well. This is my apprentice, Casper Ziegler from Salzburg. Good day. Ah, that answers that. I thought he might be your son. I've only been married 7 years. You don't grow them that fast, even in Nuremberg. They grow fast enough around here. Hello, Page Gray. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, man, I wanted, in the end, I wanted to see, like, who was the guilty one, but I doubt that's what happened. I don't think the stonemason is the guilty one, because he got a note, just like many others have gotten. He has matching these, just it's shadowy, so the other ones look dark under his shoes. Eva and I just had our first, little Otto, so we call him Ötz. Congratulations to you both, that's wonderful news. Thank you. It's been a trial with Dad gone, but Clara and Ursula help out where they can. He lived a surprisingly long time considering his profession and previous stroke. Not long enough for me, not long enough for Eds. But the Stolz said it was another stroke while he was sleeping, thankfully. I know Eva wrote to you about my father's death, Andreas. Why didn't you write back? Sorry, things got busy after I left Passing. Sorry to interrupt, but I should be heading back. I feel like I should remember your face, but I can't place it. Oh, don't trouble yourself. It's me, Martin, remember? Yeah, that pain in the ass kid. Oh, yes, of course. Hello, Martin. Hello, sorry to run, but I have to get these sheep back to the farm. As much as I love whiling away the hours in the meadow, I have a lot to attend to. Otto, I'll see you at the meeting later. Andreas? See you later. Good to see you, Martin. We can be nice to him now. Even though he was a little pain in my ass. What's this about a meeting? You have picked an interesting time to visit. Come by the town commons in a while. Think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say. I didn't realize you were in the business of giving speeches. I'll definitely attend. Sounds good. Until later then. Okay, let's go up to the mill and see how's the rooms down here. Did the single drawings. Nothing else. Okay. Nothing there. Oh. Andreas, I heard you were back in Hassing. God bless you. God bless you, Father Thomas. Good to see you again. Hopefully this visit will be less eventful than your last. Hassing has enough going on as it is. We have our bonfire for St. John's Eve tomorrow night. People get up to all sorts of mischief. And then it's my job to hear their confessions in the days that follow. Not to mention the grumbling the peasants are making. Let's just talk, brother. No need to scare our guests with such things. I'm sure if there is trouble, Master Mallard will be the first to stick his nose in it. You can say it. It's easy enough for you to come and go. You don't have to live with the consequences. People in town resented the abbey for Lucky Steinar's death. It probably contributed to their current agitation. Then they blame the abbey for his death when they should blame you, since you're the one who testified against him. Would have been better for everyone if you had simply allowed Brother Piero to die. After all, he only had a few years left anyway. Stare menacingly at him. Nothing to say for yourself? Friends, there's no need for such ire. Alright, forgive me, Father Thomas. I let my passion to get the better of me. Besides, that's not even why I came down here. I actually came to speak to you on the abbot's behalf, Andreas. Father Gernot would like to invite you to come to the library tomorrow morning if you're interested in purchasing some of our books. Why didn't you tell me that when I was at the abbey? I can't know the mind of the Father Abbot. I just do what he asks. The library is not quite ready yet, as it does not see much use. If you come by tomorrow morning, Mother Illuminata can show you what's available. Mother Illuminata? Yes, since Mother Cecilia passed a few years ago. How did she die? Peacefully, in her sleep. So tomorrow morning, I'll come by to take a look. Very well, I'll let him know. Andreas, I apologize for my harsh words before. It was rash. Brother Piero was a pious man and a skilled artist. We miss him. An excellent performance, brother guy. I almost believed it. Andreas, please. It's fine, Father. Oh, Father Thomas, do you have a moment to speak inside the set? Yes, I think so. Why? A private matter. Oh, of course, of course. See you tomorrow. God bless you, Andreas. Yeah, that guy, Honk is a real douchebag. What's the deal here then? Nothing. She's gone. Yes. Ah! Okay. Over to as usual. Andreas. I'm sorry, Klaus. I know it's been a long time. 7 years. 7 years and nothing from my friend Andreas. First Bert, then Marie, just after Magdalena was born. My wife always thought highly of you. I can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they have passed. I'm sorry. I should have written. Yes, you should have. Too late for that now, though. Boop, beep, boop, boom. Oh, hello. He likes you. Your business seems to have grown. What are you printing? The 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian peasants who were demanding changes from their lords. Freedom from serfdom, freedom to hunt and use the woods as God intended, freedom from compulsory labor. Abolition of the inheritance tax, fair appraisal of rent, the return of property to common use and ownership. Bavaria is in Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid for the peasants of Tassel. Ah, so this is Otto's cause. He's caught you here already, David has been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he is squeezing the townsfolk and we are pushing back. The cause is righteous, Andreas. If you haven't seen the Gertners lately, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these? Yes, why? Well, I didn't think you could read. He can't, but just about everyone else in town can. He speaks, I print. You're trying to do my part, I suppose. I'm sorry, I'm still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. We should go to the common and hear what Odo has to say. It's worth hearing. Of course, I will see you then. Be good while we are gone, Magdalene. Will you be good? Gab, gab, go. Yeah, that was a cold reunion. Okay. Let's see if we can talk to the Gurns. The gardener. Oh, won't even hear them. Well, let's go and see what they have to say then. So many people. Everyone listen. We all know why we are here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we started saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's forest to support our families. Law after law gets heaped upon us, restrictions on how we can pay rent, limits on where we can move, who we can wed. And now the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garment, takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children. What about the town council, the Ratius? Surely that is a sign that the abbot wishes to share his power to listen to our grievances. You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always want to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit the favored few against the many. It is not charity. No, only greed and desperation drive Father Gernot. You would think that if the abbot could, he would steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. When we protested, what did Father Gernot do? He locked the shrine of Saint Moritz. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now, when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Father Gernot's actions aren't just. They aren't Christian. We have endured this abuse for too long. It's time to let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Too right. Hear, hear. Yes. This has to stop. Let's fix this. Stop. This is foolish. Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you will incur the Duke's wrath. It could get the town razed and everyone killed. Anna's right. The Duke is a powerful force in Bavaria. You're playing a dangerous game, Otto. You lot are no match for trained soldiers. If you don't relent, you'll be ground into dust like the Swabian peasants. We could always grind you up instead, Lenhart. You might be right if there are already soldiers about. I don't know about this. Mustan's always right. Don't be shy. Speak up if you have a cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. Master Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is alright? I don't know, Casper, but we can find out. Alright. Enough is enough. We can't stand by while the abbot continues treating us poorly. People all over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? Righteous cause. We deserve better. Martin's right. We can do this. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he has said. Martin has proved dependable these last few years. But if the words of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from a greater power will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. Revolt against the Abbey, huh? Interesting. Good day, Andreas. Clara, it's been too long. It's lovely to see you again. Hello, Andreas. I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from passing. At this rate, we thought we would never see you again. I was gone too long. I'm sorry for not sending word of my arrival. You certainly did pick an odd time to visit. We're in the middle of a spring season. Ah, you found the Gertners. Your speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear, they get better each time. I hope the Duke doesn't catch word of this, Otto. The town could suffer for it. We are past the point of caring, Mother. If you were in our position, you would understand that. You're right. It's not my place to judge. I'm just concerned. No, it does it automatically. I don't know why they have it. Why they have like certain misspellings in the game, because it autocorrects it by itself. To me, it doesn't really do anything for the game, and it just gets annoying because sometimes when you're reading, you get like surprised at the spelling, and you get like stopped and what the heck. To me, it's more a hinder than anything else. You're right, it's not my place to judge. I'm just concerned. It's appreciated, but we know the risks. What's the story with this sign from God you were talking about? I don't quite feel comfortable discussing with you, Mahler. No offense. Besides, I would like it to be a surprise for everyone, especially the Abbey. The Abbot. Anyway, Andreas, you and yours should come by the house for supper. We will be delighted to have you. That sounds wonderful. We'll be there, Clara. But you have to consider this part you're seeing now. It is all day yesterday. The stream was almost over 7 hours long, and that was just the first part of the whole game. There was a lot happening because you tried to solve a murder. Then we saw who got judged for it, we came back to it, and now we are back visiting after 7 years since that happened. So that's why we know all these people. Andreas, you're back in Cassing. And you also, when you start the game, you also pick like the background of which country you're from, your occupations, and what your languages you are good in. And because it helps when you're trying to solve different things in the, well, yesterday, to find the guilty one. But we really never found that the real evidence of who was the guilty. We said to told them what we knew, and they decided it was the stonemason that was the guilty one. But I don't think he's the guilty one either. So maybe that's what we're going to find out, who is the guilty one eventually. I don't know. Andreas, you're back in Cassing. Just for a few days. I want you to pay my respect to Brother Piero. Oh yes, Brother Piero, what a talented color. I'm sorry, Andreas. He was a sweet old man. I talk to him sometimes on my breaks up at Abbey. I'm surprised Prior Ferens didn't give you an earful. That he did, but only as long as the Victorium stayed open. Once it closed, I didn't see Brother Pierre much. I wonder if he lost a bit of his purpose when he stopped painting. Well, of course, what will we be with our vocations in this? Oh well. I mean, if I didn't have to swing a hammer and stand by a blazing forge all day, I wouldn't mind. I don't get paid enough to enjoy this. Work is work, everyone needs nails, horseshoes, knives and whatnot. That is, if the abbot ever gives me a chance to do work for myself. Oh, are you in with the peasants, Andres? Well, of course. Guns has been running them into the ground. On top of that, we can't even use the forest anymore. Any of us used to be able to go fishing in there, not anymore. How far are you going to take this? Well, I don't know, don't ask me, I'm not leading the thing. But I trust in Otto and the peasants. Do too. He's a good man. The whole town knows it, even Lenhart, though he wouldn't admit it. Hey Andreas, how's the married life been treating you? After you left here and returned to Nuremberg, I take it you were married. I was. She was waiting for me. I hope the married life has treated you well. I still not have found anyone. That is never going to happen. Really? Really? Not a single person who caught your eye? Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a pretty girl at the market selling painted pots. I think about her sometimes, maybe more than is Christian. Hold on, you need to go back to Innsbruck and find a pretty girl. What? Really? You're older than me and you're not married. Go find her. It's how it should be. Life's too short to spend dreaming about the loves you should have had. Trust me. You seem to feel strongly about this, Andreas. But it sounds foolish. Juvenile, you might say. Don't overthink it. Just take my advice. Well, if I ever had the chance to get back to Innsbruck, maybe I will. There's something to look forward to, after all. Thank you, Andreas. You're a man of inspiration. Pleasure. Until later, Andreas. Until then. Let's go around and talk to people. God bless you, Andreas. I'm thankful for your return. What? Thankful you returned to tasking after so long. We prayed so fondly for you after you left. Thank you, Gret. I kept tasking in my prayers as well. Though it doesn't seem to have done much good. Ah, that's right. You were at Odo's speech earlier. Yes, Tassing's peasants are struggling, and now even we townsfolk are pinched by the abbot's new restrictions. I worry about my husband. He's getting too involved with the whole business. You're right to be worried. All those protests look like the start of a revolt. Oh my god. May God prevent such a thing from happening here. I love my husband, but sometimes I worry he focuses too intently on the details. He does not see that he may be both prudent and Christian. I pray that I'm not acting selfishly, but the abbot's taxes have affected us too. What about Anna's future? Ulrich has been offering credit to Peter for years, which I have accepted, but now we can only bake so much bread a week before we go hungry ourselves. Can you talk to him, Andreas? Of course, good, but I can't promise I'll change his mind. God bless you, Andreas. That's all I ask. Anna. Hello, Master Andreas. So, gonna go around town and see what we have. Here. Rat house construction is going smoothly. I wonder if they will finish it before winter. Stoltz. Oh, this douchebag. A lot of annoying characters in this game. Yes. Oh, Andreas Mahler. How unexpected. Very busy at the moment. Another time? Later then. Nothing. Yeah. Oh, it's the same thing. So who are these guys? Balthasar. That's a good. That was a good kids show in the days. Salutations! You must be that wonderful artist, no? Master Andreas Mahler, yes? Wonderful, wonderful. Balthasar Eisenkopf, at your service, but call me Balthas, please. It's much more familiar. A pleasure, Balthas. Have you been in Tassin long? Oh, just a few seasons. A cart broke down and I found a place so charming I decided to stay. I enjoyed the quiet, but I must say I do miss the company of the other intellectuals. Usually that good Dr. Stoltz and I whittled the hours away in the evenings. Naturally, when I heard a well-known artist had returned, I was beside myself. I'm always pleased to meet a like-minded individual. What do you do? I'm an inventor of sorts. Really? What do you make? What sorts of things, young man? Mechanical clocks of all sizes, metal mice that skitter about, even light without flame. Master of your craft, you have my respect, Balthas. Thank you, Andreas. You must come by later so I can pick your brain. We must share our ideas, no? Oh well, I best get back to it. You know how it is for us few, called to a higher art. Good luck, Baltas. Until later. Yes, that's a new character then. Uh-oh. Agnes. Andreas, what are you doing here? Want to check in and see how you're doing. How do you think? I lost my husband because of you. Archdeacon made a ruling, not me. Ah, still lying to yourself, are you? Then get out. I don't want to talk about this. Don't come back, Andreas Mahler. Oh, Tilia is here. You're that artist who came here a few years ago around the time of the murder. Yes, I am Andreas Mahler. I came to pay my respects to Brother Piero at the Abbey. One of the monks? Yeah, I'm not too fond of the Holy Brothers or Sisters. A lot of them. Are you related to Agnes? Go back far enough, and I suppose so, but no, not really. Around the time you got her husband killed, I lost my home. The bastard Abbott took it from me. Agnes took me in so we could help each other. We are sisters in widowed misery. I didn't get Lucky killed. And don't tell me it's Agnes who holds the grudge. Alright, well, I'll see you later. Bye. God bless you, Andreas. Lady of oh, we've never been in here. Wasn't possible previously. Andreas, Pentiment Virgin Mary is quite lovely, especially for such a rural church. Penny of the Virgin Mary, what does the labyrinth symbolize? Penny of the Virgin Mary is quite lovely, especially for such a rural church. Okay, so she is inside there at well, if she's still alive, that is. That nun, or whatever you should call her. Miller House, let's see. Oh, it's Pet Stub. Good dog. Hey, Paul. Hello, Master Mahler. Hello, Paul. Meet Casper, my assistant. Hello. Do you work with Master Mahler? Have you done real art? I guess. I've been doing sketches of Tassin while we were here. Buy points. All art created from the artist's heart is real art, Paul. You don't need fancy paints or canvases to be an artist. You think so? Sure. How's your art going? Shh. Your dad can hear. Oh, right. Art going. Haha. I've been practicing a lot more. Toss even showed me a big book full of prints. He said he used a technique called wood cutting. Have you ever done wood cutting, Master Marlin? No, I spent most of my time learning the fine techniques of oil painting. I wish Dad would change his mind about art. Maybe one day, Paul. You never know. I hope so. I should get back to helping my dad. See you later, Master Marlin. See you, Casper. Until then. Elsen. Yes, Master Marlin. Andreas, welcome back to Tassing. Hello, Lenhart. How's the mill? Steady as ever, just like me. You look well. I stuck with the Gertners this time, eh? No, I'm staying at the Abbot's guest house. Fitting place for a man of your stature, and just far enough away from those tiresome old monks too. Although I imagine you cannot escape them fully. Anyway, you should come by sometime. I'm sure we will have a lot to discuss. Good day, Andreas. Good day. The many petal cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. We petted the cat. Did that. Could we go to the abbey and talk to them? Yeah, why not? If we can. Locked. 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 Okay, guess we're not then. Denied. For the government's new restriction, the council can't even gather sticks without the fee. Sounds like all governments just want to grab money doing anything. Waterfall, stay in here. The waterfall must slow down from the snow melt in the mountains above the abbey. If there's anything different here. Grave is still here. Greystone Lucky left flower sets, 2 innocents. I still don't know what that is. Just speculations. Hey, Spooky's still around. Oh, hello, Master Mahler. You looking well? Thank you, Smokey. How are you? Well enough, I guess. Vaxlar went his way a few years ago, which I suppose was bound to happen. I miss the company sometimes, but now there's no one to keep me from my gossip. No one to tell it to either. I'm always partial to a few new tidbits of information. Do tell, Smokey. Yeah, half of the years in Tassin will be burning by the end, Master Mahler. And nearly all of them in the Abbey. Oh. I did see another Imperial Reichspost courier right from the Abbey a few days ago. But the guy dropped the bag once. But Harry, the Abbey must be doing better than that Abbot is letting on. I had heard the Abbey was struggling with its funds. Curious, isn't it? Couriers arrive once or twice a month. Doesn't help that the Abbot has tightened the restrictions so close to St. John's Eve too. Townsfolk get up to all sorts of mischief then. What sort of mischief? I would wager Joan and Kat would find some corner to play in again. Practically tradition at this point. Veronica and Brigitta might go out for a midnight dip by the waterfall too. They've been swimming out there for years. Now everyone's getting clever, trying to stay out of the abbot's eye. Rightly so, he's an ass. When I see you in town, commons do not a speech. Aren't you standing with the peasants? Well, their cause doesn't really affect me, does it? I'm as worried as anyone about soldiers rushing through here, but the new taxes and restrictions don't bother me. I understand why they are upset, but I have been doing fine out here with less than they have. Nothing will change for me if they get their way. I see. Oh well, enough of that. Thanks for stopping by, Master Marlin. Until later, Smokey. Until then. Smoking. Her voice lab uses time in almost all of the Abbey's cooking. Maybe because it grows so easily. Andreas Mahler? Yeah, what happened to Master Mahler? Ah, my word, I could ask the same of you. Look at what a proper man you become. Who's this with you? Yeah, please meet Casper, my apprentice. Hello. He's got the posture of an artist, that's for sure. Good, strong face, though. I do? What brings you back to Tassing, Andreas? Just passing through on the way back to Nuremberg. I saw Martin earlier, I must say. I was surprised to see him. That's right, he disappeared when you were last in town. France passed a few winters ago, then Wolf, Brigitte and I nearly lost the farm and our mines. But Martin returned shortly after, and he's proved to be a changed man, a good man. He saved us from... What? He saved us from destitution. I've been wondering where Wolf was. I'm so sorry, Cat. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. There's nothing to say, is there? He was a good boy. A sweet, good little boy. The stars dimmed when he passed. That was years ago now. I try not to dwell on it. To be strong for Brigitte and to find solace in the knowledge he is with God now. Times may be hard in tasking right now, but God truly does answer our prayers. Glad you and your family are well, Cat, despite everything. Thank you, Andreas. It truly is good to see you again, even in the midst of such terrible times. Until later, Cat. Till then. Andreas Mahler, good to see you again after all these years. And you as well. What have you been up to? You look like you've done well for yourself. Art, I lived and worked in France for a few years. Ah, and people here to think I'm well traveled because I've been to Ulm. So I suppose I have had a lot of adventures for a country boy. What happened to you anyway? Oh, right. You know, I stole some of the Baron's things. I didn't make it far with them. I tried to sell them in Valgau and I got robbed. Serves me right, I guess. Luckily, I didn't find the coins I was carrying. The money carried me around Bavaria for another month and a half. Then I started stealing. I grew bigger and more confident over time and became a highwayman. You're lucky you didn't get killed. That's what made me quit in the end. I had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some Italians. We thought they were merchants traveling under the banner of St. George. But there were soldiers guarding money from the Bank of St. George in Genoa. Exactly, I learned that later. My partner didn't survive the encounter. I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. I thought of my father, my mother, Brigitta, and realized I couldn't remember Wolf's face anymore. I had to come back and take up the responsibility I had left behind. It's good that you did, for everyone's sake. You may be right. Mom and Brigitta couldn't run the farm after Dad died. Maybe it's for the best that he wasn't here when I got back. It's all in the past now. Just need to look forward. It was quite a speech you gave back at the Commons. He needs support. The townsfolk aren't as committed for opposing the abbot. They have less to gain and more to lose if the abbot chooses to get the Duke involved. Anyway, I'll get back to work. Good talking to you, Andreas. Alright, until later. He is really changed. There's Brigitta. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Brigitta. How are you? As well as anyone can be in Tassin right now. Looks like things are going well for you. Martin returned after all. Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. Especially after what happened to Dad. The last little wolf and Kelp was worried that she would lose the farm after Franz died. But then Martin returned and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions, we got them by. I'm thankful. It's wonderful to hear. I'm happy for you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about Wolf. Thank you. I try not to think about it. And Wolf was her son. Not regretfully. Cat wants to talk about him all the time, you know. And at night there's clear sky. She looks up and asks if I ever wonder how he's up there. That must be excruciating. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, Andreas. I can't talk about this anymore. I'm sorry I brought him up, Brigitta. You didn't know. It's alright. Been good to see you again, but I should be going. Until later. Until then. Brigitta didn't like us back when we were here. Eddie? Hello, Andreas. That's all we have to say. Hey, Andreas. Heard the rumor you were back. Hello, Hans. Meet Casper, my apprentice. Hello. Hello. Are you from Nuremberg like Andreas? I'm from Salzburg. Is that very far from here? Not too far, I think. A few days to the east on horseback. Never been outside of Tassin. Or ridden a horse. Should get out of this place. It's a shithole. Tassin's a wonderful place to live. I guess some of the men in town say it would be better if the abbey weren't around. Oh, that's true. You might be right about that. What do you think? I don't know. Could be nice to have a change. Be careful what you wish for. Change does not come peacefully in the Empire. I guess we will see. Until then, Hans. Go on. Andreas Mahler, didn't expect to ever see you back in Tassin. You look like you've done well for yourself. Thanks, and how have you been? Things went well for a while after you left. Widow Kemperin lost her land and the abbot let us work it. My brother's heart gave out not long after. Then Martin came back to help work the land. Even so, it's been hard to keep up with the abbot's demands, taxes, and everything else. It sounds like a lot of people are upset with the abbot these days. They have a good reason to be. Now you got on well with the man, but things have gotten much worse since your last visit. Father Matthias never let things get this bad. Anyway, good to see you, Andreas, even if you're just passing through. Until later. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. So let's go in and have our dinner. I'm just gonna take off my sweater. Second. I practice my stripping moves, you know. Around. Hello again, Andreas. We're about to sit down to supper. Care to join? It would be my pleasure. Truly a blessing to have everyone back together again, if only briefly. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andreas. Either he minds how much he takes. Young boys eat too good damn much. Peter stopped it. Andreas is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. No, that's a sick Peter and always... No. Peter, I don't know. He's always a grumpy Peter, yeah. Bless us, O Lord, and these are gifts which you're about to receive from your bounty. We pray again for our beloved Christine, gone now these many years. Please help me protect my family in these difficult times. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Amen, 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 amen. Amen, amen. Amen. Master Andreas, why are we the only ones with bread? You just can't afford a lot of bread there, being polite. Andreas, it's so good to have you at our table again. With another guess, is this young man your assistant? Casper, yes, he's my apprentice. Ah, that would explain why I saw him writing in that little journal. Remember, you did the same thing when you lived here. Fresh pottage. Do you still draw in your journal, Andreas? Or sometimes when the mood strikes. Wouldn't that be nice, Georg, if you only had to work with when the wind took us? And we toil all day, and that despicable abbot is starving us all while he sips on his sacramental fucking wine. Lay off him, Dad. He's only just got here. Oh, I don't know how I had the face been treating you these last few years. Off. The Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. That's one way to say it. Been miserable as shit all around. Well, there we have ill Peter. Cough, cough. Veronica, maybe you should be resting, Grandpa. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna do it sitting up at my own goddamn table. The whole family has been ill. Andreas, Peter, his father, and Ursula with an ague, and me, well, Sarah lost a child in child bed a year ago now. Oh. Do you have any idea what the cause might have been? Andreas? All right, Veronica. Agnes suggested it might have been a fright that was given during the flood. It was nearly swept away in the flood, then the child came early. Agnes tried her best to save him, but he had a deformity of the skull and didn't live long. It was monstrous, monstrous. Remain silent. Seems the Lord really looks in on passing any longer. That's why it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. You're eating. Look at the table. He's right. Please, can we not talk about this now? Georg here was married while you were away, Andreas. Really? To who? To me, Andreas. Why else do you think I'm here? Of course, you two make a good match. Georg has been good to me. There aren't many other options in casting anyway. It's been a couple of springs, but I'm still not used to being married. Any children yet? There's been time enough for it. Not yet, no. Still no. Congratulations, Georg. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Andreas. It's been our one blessing in a dark season. With children soon to come, I hope. Eh. What? I don't get it. Gosh. You? Forget it, Ursula. What have you been up to, Andreas? Foreign patrons are fussy, and I spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry while traveling. Oh, Nuremberg is miserable. Yeah. Nuremberg is miserable. I'm paying him a commission, but patrons are paying to be added, so it's taking ages to finish. Oh, Pa. I'm not interested in tales of your charm city life. Oh, Pa. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself and rest. You're sick. But Mom, I'm still hungry. Here, Ursula, you can have mine. It's not fair that nobody else gets any bread beside Master Andreas and me. Stop! Ursula, give it back to him. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we can't feed our goddamn guests. Besides, we all have to work to get back to it, don't we? Good. Time to get back to it, Andreas. We'll see you and your boy later. My apologies, Peter. Don't mean to overstay our welcome. All right, Andreas. He's just in a bad mood. It was lovely to see you again. Yes, thank you for coming, Andreas. Will you be staying for St. John's Eve? I think so. Good. Hopefully we'll see you later. Until then. Go to sleep. Okay. Sin of soul, the sin of soul. Did you hear that? Sound like someone crying out. I think his sister Emily is a mystic. She may be having one of her visions. Sister Emily, are you right? Philistines, this is the hand of God. Compline, compline. Is there something happening at Compline? Compline right now. No! Sister Emily. You're the artist, Andreas. Are you alright, sister? I'm tired. Was I talking? You were having a vision. You mentioned the sin of Saul, the Palestinians, and Compline. Oh, I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Casper to go get him? If you could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Casper, run and get Father Thomas. Yes, Master Andreas. Your son? My apprentice, Casper Ziegler from Salzburg. He seems eager to please you. He is quite enthusiastic, yes. I have little knowledge of the workings of masters and apprentices. My world is one of spirits decoupled from the march of life and death. I see and hear your world turning from this little window, but they are mercifully small glimpses. You choose a difficult life. The life is not difficult, but the choice was. My life belongs to God, and its trials are mine to endure in this cell. Your world is a world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be half of that world. I strive to have no will at all, but to subordinate myself to the will of God. When my will is His will, He graces me with visions, confusing though they may be. To join your will to be intimate with Jesus as though He were your wedded husband. That is a bold thing to say, Master Mahler. Where did you hear that? I read it in a book written by an English mystic. I had someone make a translation for me. I'm glad you have an interest in spiritual matters. But these are not words to speak lightly, nor ideas to speak lightly of. The revelations we experience can be terrifying to us and those who witness us experiencing them. They are not dreams, but waking visions of the greatest divine forces. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you. I'm not offended. But it is difficult for us to communicate these experiences through the written word. Sister, why is that hole in the ground? My grave. Oh, lovely. That seems macabre. I dug in before Father Thomas read my funeral rites before I was enclosed here. I dig a little more in it each day. Most people find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. Once someone finds the calling, they must answer it fully. Was a calling to a closeted life not enough? No, I thought it might be, but as you yourself have learned, a closeted life is not so closeted. The butting of the temporal world against the spiritual world is like flint against steel. Sparks are inevitable. Is your calling in question, Andreas? Is your life? Both, I think. I have lost my love. My love for art, love for family, love for anything. The last 7 years has been hard. It was all too much for me. Don't lose hope, Andreas. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. Andreas, thank you for sending Casper. It seemed prudent. Oh, you're right, Sister Amalie. Yes, Father, I may have had another vision. Andreas said I spoke of the sin of Saul, Philistines, and complying. What do you think it means, Father? Andreas, Casper, could you excuse us? We appreciate your help, and I must tend to her now in the church. Of course, Father. Good evening. God bless you both. As Andreas, I'm confused. What did that all mean? I'm not sure, but the last time I heard Sister Amelia have a vision, it was just before the Baron was murdered. What? Do you think could Sister Emily be receiving warnings? No, that's too simple an explanation. There are layers and layers to divine messages. No revelation with real power or prophecy could be understood plainly. The meaning must be hidden or implied. Sounds complicated. Come, Casper, let's retire for the evening. We go in and here. Or we could maybe go in and hear them or something. What the heck is this? Oh, did he make an inn here? Well, it's like nobody here though. What the heck? But what's I use this time? Yeah, we read that. Oh my god. Okay, let's sleep. Getting late, I should get some rest. Go to sleep. Meet Illuminata in the library. Did you drop this, Casper? No, I don't think so, Master. Script looks beautiful, Master Andreas. Did you write that? You were warned. Yeah, we were warned. Warned? What does that mean? Warned about what? It has to do with the murder that happened the last time I was here. Ow, I thought they caught the murderer. Yes, but it's complicated. Let's just head up to the library, Casper. Alright, master. Matthew. Yes. Brother Matthew, what are you doing out here? What is all this commotion? Father Gernot has asked me to inform the townsfolk that the shrine is closed. Closed? With everything going on? Whatever for? Father Gernot has ordered the relic be brought into the church. The pilgrims are welcome to come visit the relic, but the townsfolk are prohibited from seeing it. What? Why? The abbot has had enough of the peasant townsfolk rebelling against the abbey. As their rightful lord, he has been more than generous, but he cannot let their heretical talk of the 12 articles pass. The abbot, under my advice, brought the relic inside to protect it from destruction. With the library closer, the abbey relies on the shrine now more than ever. But Tassin depends on St. Maurice just as much as the abbey. What about the faith of the townsfolk? Townsfolk demonstrate their faith by walking away from such heretical behavior. I'm sure the abbot will restore the hand. The abbot will protect the relic as long as he needs to, nothing more. Someone doubt that's the only thing on his mind. Did you question the abbot too, Andreas Mahler? Have you forgotten that you are a guest here in Tassing? Let's see. Who do we have here then? Ah, feverfew. It always smells so fresh. Mr. Gertrude is wise to have some in the garden. Margaret? Hello, who's there? Hello, Sister Margaret. It's Andreas Mahler, the artist. Oh, Master Mahler. Mother Illuminata said you had returned. Is there someone else with you? Oh, yes, my apprentice, Casper. Hello. God bless you, Casper. You smell even more paint than your master. This Margaret is blind. She relies on her other senses, Casper. Oh, thank you. You're funny. Anyway, I should go. Mother Illuminata doesn't like it when we are distracted from our duties. Of course, until later, sister. God bless you, Master Mahler, and you too, Casper. Mouse fanger, mouse catcher. That's what it means. Ah, the many petal cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. That's it. That again. Nothing new here. Can't go anywhere. Is she in here then? Oh no, she's in the library. Duh. Waiting for us. Friends? Yes, good to see you again after so many years. You look healthy and prosperous. God has blessed you. Thank you, Brother Prior. You're quite welcome. I'm glad you found good fortune after Kirsau. I hope you don't harbor any evil feelings toward me or the Abbey because of your time in the scriptorium. Those were difficult days. I'm afraid the stress of overseeing the end of the scriptorium inflamed a sinful, spiteful wound in me. My frustration was exaggerated by the presence of a layman. Not your fault, of course. God knows the error lies with me. Forgive me, Andreas. I forgive you, Brother Ferenc. All is well. That's kind of you to say. How have you been the last few years? Despite the decline of the Abbey, I've been in better spirits. It is much easier for me to be an effective prior to the brothers without needing to run the scriptorium. That must be a relief. It is, though the Abbey's financial problems continue to make things difficult. I pray that Father Abbot will find a way to see Kirsau through the years to come. I have to go, but it was nice to see you. You as well. God bless you, Andreas. He was a big suspect in the beginning because of how things looked and seemed, but he turned out not to be the bad guy. Though it seemed like he was. Rudiger, Andreas! Oh, it's wonderful to see you again. How have things been for you in Nuremberg? I've actually been in Paris recently. Nuremberg is the same as it always is. Ah well, good to see you in any case. Forgive me for asking, how did you find the music in Paris? Beautiful. Motets and chansons were quite popular. I think you would quite like it. I believe I would, thank you. Perhaps if God blesses us, we may see some of those compositions before long. I love our music, of course, but I am interested in what is being created across Christendom. Suppose you came to pay your respects to Brother Piero. I'm so sorry, Andreas. He was a wonderful man and a faithful servant of the Christ. That he was. But, despite the occasion, it is good to see you again. God bless you, Andreas. Let's check these. Let's walk around and see who we have. Oh, he's a douchebag? Yeah. Andreas. See if there's any more to talk to and learn something. Gotta pet the dogs. Ugh. God bless you, Andreas. Good. Didn't have to talk much to him. Good cucumbers are going quickly. I'm sure whatever is eaten will be pickled. Pickled cucumber. One of our recipes the birds have for peas. Well, these don't seem to be biting people, at least. That's the same as before. Lazy cat, you're supposed to catch it. Then he just goes away. What the heck? Feed cats. Yeah, have a sausage. Lucas. God bless you, my mother. God bless you, brother Lucas. How have you been? Still working in the kitchen? Yes, I'm still assisting Brother Voislav. I've been making more complex dinner recently for Father Garner. The rest of the brothers eat simpler fare, but the abbot has privilege of foods from around the world. Why does the abbot need such fancy foods? Well, he's the abbot. Father Voislav says the abbot always gets the best. He said Father Matthias was odd because he ate some food as the same food as the rest of the brothers. I don't mind it though. I've been learning a lot of new ways to cook recently. Oh, what are you cooking now? Oh, Brother Voislav sent me to collect something for him, but I can't remember what it was. Something from the cellar, perhaps? Probably. There's so much in there though. Maybe if I bring back a few onions, he'll be happy. We always need more onions. I'll leave it you to it then. God bless you, Andreas. Welcome back to Kirsa. What brings you back to the Abbey? I'm returned to Nuremberg, but wanted to pay my respect to Brother Pierre my way. Oh, of course. His grave is well kept, I assure you. Thank you, Brother Voislav. I'm glad to hear it. Will you be staying in Tassin long enough for the St. John's Eve festival? It may be simple compared to those in the cities, but everyone in Tassin looks forward to it. Really? As Andreas, can we? That's really only an extra day or two. Why not? Yes, thank you, Master. I'm sure it's quite quaint compared to what you're used to, but it's one of Tassin's biggest events. Anyway, I better get back to work. It's good to see you again, Andreas. God bless you. God bless you, Brother Voislav. This game kind of reminds me a bit of what is it called? Oh, hey, doctor. What is it called? What the heck is that one called? Oh, I had it Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth. Is it that one? I think so. That's a game I can really... it's a point-and-click game, but also very story-heavy. It's really good, though. Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth. It's kind of what this game reminds me a little bit about. Hello, who is this? It's Andreas, brother Edok. Andreas Mahler. Oh! Oh, Andreas, the fine young artist from Nuremberg. Not quite so young anymore, brother. No, you're still young. When you were last here, I thought I was old. I was wrong. Now I feel the true measure of years on these bones. Like the waves of the like the waves of the wide sea on the cliffs of Portkragen, time has worn me down. But not for that. How have you been, Andreas? God has blessed me with good fortune. Good, be sure to share it with others when you're able. You seem more at ease now than when I was last here. Do I? It may be so. I may have worked in the Seperation beyond the limits of this body. It pained my joints and strained my brotherly love for that guy. The Seperation took my sight and the use of my hands, but when it closed, it also took the pain from my heart. The abbot is content to let me serve the Lord through prayer and contemplation. And so it also contents me. I'm sorry, Andreas, but I must rest now. It is good to hear your voice at the Kirse again. God bless you. God bless you, brother Edok. I'm gonna go to the cemetery. Brother Piero, 1450 to 1525. Rest in peace, my old friend. Mother Cecilia, 1463 to 1522. The headstone is well made. Her family must have commissioned it. Perfect. Oh, Master Andreas. It's been so long. It's good to see you, Brother Wolpert. How are you? I am well. I am a monk now. Brother Lucas too. I still do the same work, but now I have the same robes as the other brothers. You happy here, brother? I am. The brothers are my family. I've served the Lord with my labor, and I am thankful to have a place here. That's good to hear. I'll leave you to your work, brother. God bless you, Master Andreas. Nothing. The torrent fell into disrepair quickly after the Father Gernot closed the library. There's the nun who tried to seduce us. Sedena? Oh, Andreas, you're back. Hello, Sister Sedena. That's all you have to say? Hello? Oh, of course. God bless you, sister. You're such an ass. Still, I hear you're a master artist now. How much you have grown in stature. I'm impressed. You know, I have grown as well in a variety of ways. Yes, it's a dinner. I appreciate your interest, but nah, don't be ridiculous, Andreas. I have matured past those days. Sorry to disappoint, but I haven't been pining over you for the last 7 years. Was it that bad? No it wasn't. Just let it pass, won't you? We didn't have to endure the tongue-wagging Mother Illuminita gave me. Did you get in much trouble? I had to do penance, obviously, and I had to help Sister Gertrude in the garden for a whole month. It wasn't horrible. I enjoyed working outside on the nice days. The garden is beautiful. I was young and lonely. You have no idea how boring a convent is for a young woman. Can't be that bad. You don't listen to Mother Illuminata anyway. I don't listen to her because I never wanted this. I'm not like you, Andreas. I never chose this life. Family couldn't marry me off to anyone of higher rank, so they donated to the abbey. The amount was substantial enough for the abbey to take me in as a nun. I was forced to take the habit. I loved my life before kids out. At least you chose your vocation. I was shoved into mine and forgotten. I had no idea. I'm sorry. I've accepted where I am now. I make the best of it as well as I can. Still, it's a pity we never got to finish that kiss. Go for a kiss, no? Okay. I guess I'll have to leave you wanting. I should return to my duties. Thank you for speaking with me, Andreas, mother. The latest is his dinner. Second. Let's see what the Illuminata has to say then. God bless you, Andreas. It has been too long. No doubt your work has carried you far from Nuremberg, but we had hoped to hear from you from time to time. Yes, my apologies. You're right, of course. It's good to see you again, Mother Illuminata. This is my apprentice, Casper Ziegler from Salzburg. God bless you, Mother Superior. God bless you, young Casper. Master Mahler. This is Irina. It's good to see you, sister. You as well. I'm sorry you have to see it in such a state. It sees very little use these days. What happened? After Baron Rottwagel's murder, we had fewer and fewer wealthy patrons. The small number that held out lost interest. It's easier to commission new work from the Guild of St. Luke or individual masters in big cities like Nuremberg. Father Gernot saw no reason to keep the scriptorium or library open. Most of the books here have been suffering of neglect. After Mother Cecilia's death, neither I nor Sister Sedina had time to maintain our inventory. That's terrible. Kirsa was one of the last monastic scriptoria in Bavaria. As Brother Piero was fond of saying, all things change in time. Now all that remains are books for sale to interested parties. A task that Father Gernot has entrusted to me. In your face. And Sister Sedena, of course. Well, I'm eager to look through your inventory. Master Andreas, maybe you could find a book for little Magdalena. Something that's not in print yet. Excellent idea, Casper. Parzival, perhaps Klaus would not object to this romance given its emphasis on Christian virtues. The German is a little dated, but I'm sure she will figure it out with Klaus' help. Who knows, maybe it will inspire her imagination. See what we have up here on. I think these are Latin translations of some of Origen's homilies. Also, it looks like it's partially burned. Probably not a great gift for a young... Wait. This is the same book canon as the notes I found when the Baron was murdered. Whoever wrote this is responsible for writing the notes. I need to ask Illuminata about this. Okay, now we got sidetracked into something else. A copy of Jacobus de Voragini's Golden Legend. Every good Christian should know the legends of the saints. The Latin is simple enough that she should be able to read it before long. Oh, Richard de Bury's Philobiblion. It's a text on the collection and preservation of books. Maybe this is where Illuminati and Cecilia learned all their tricks. Certainly a good book for a printer's daughter. Do we have all the way up here? Albertus Magnus de Animalibus. It's ostensibly a bestiary, but it contains so much more knowledge on a variety of topics. This could inspire an interest in animals and the natural world. Beautiful illustrations as well. Okay. Oops. Have you decided on any books to purchase? Yes, just one. What? Are we just gonna buy one? Oh. God damn it, why only one? That's kind of silly. I wonder why he's only gonna pick one then. The top one is for animals and stuff, but that's not what she's into. Let's go with the Philobiblon, I think. Or man, they all have something to teach her. Question is just which one we should get them. One is beautiful and has beautiful illustrations and all, but it's nothing about bookmaking them. Let's go with it anyway. Contains a wealth of knowledge. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Klaus Drucker's daughter, Magdalene, I will. Latin may pose a challenge for her, but I'm sure with persistence she can overcome it. Anything else you need? Yes, Mother Illuminati. What do you know about this book? I don't know anything. This is the first time I've seen it. Where did you find it? I've seen it on one of the lower shelves. I don't think it's in our catalog. It's burned around the edges. Why? How can I find out where it came from? Who wrote it? If it's not in our catalog, I'm afraid I don't know whom you could ask. It was a recent edition. The only people who would know are Mother Cecilia and Father Matthias. That's a shame, because whoever scribed this book wrote the letters I found while investigating Baron's murder. The ones in the fine book can? Brother Adok told me about them. Perhaps he knows something about this book. He's been here longer than any of us. Why would the person who wrote the letters have inscribed a book in our library? Well, that's the question. Whoever did it is the thread puller. Huh? Someone who was manipulating people at Curso and Tassin, pulling at threads to provoke someone into killing the Baron. I thought the town stonemason killed the Baron. He did, but the Baron was lured to the chapter house by someone who knew Curso and Tassin's secrets. Well, I'm afraid he can't be of any more help to you in determining the book's provenance. However, as it is not in our catalog and it's already damaged, I doubt Father Abbott would mind if you kept it. Excellent, thank you. I'm glad someone bothered to save it from the flames. Eat with the Druckers. Okay, let me get some more coffee and then we move on. Right back. And I'm gonna get a cookie. Chocolate ball with the cacao flavored, well, cacao flakes on it. Chicken glamber. I wonder if you can. Oh. Dude. They're eating at the moment, so let's see. You're a chicken winner. Is that you again, Andreas? Yes, brother, I have a book I wanted to ask you about. Oh, I'm afraid I may not be much of help. I can barely read anymore. I can describe it to you. It's a book of origins of homilies, written on a fine bookhand. And it is singed around the edges. Yes, you know it. Do you know where it came from? Who wrote it? Andreas, forget this book. What? Why? It came from a place of fire in a terrible darkness. What does that mean? This cover, these leaves, they bear the marks of a great evil that was done. The soul can also bear such marks, carry them for a lifetime. Whose soul? The person who wrote the book? There's a presence that watches over this place, Andreas. A presence that wishes for things to remain as they are. Years ago, Smoky Curlers told me a story about a ghost in the Roman ruins. That what you mean? I cannot say anymore, Andreas. I'm sorry. What? Really? You can't tell me anymore? I dare not, for your own good. I'll protect you. As well, brother. What the heck, man? Andreas Mahler, wonderful to see you. Have you been well? Good enough, yes. Good, you look healthy. What brings you back here? I want to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Ah, of course, I'm sorry, Andreas. I know it's a small consolation, but he lived a long life with little pain. He died quite suddenly during Lord's. He was well loved by everyone here, even those who might pretend otherwise. I'm sure he appreciates the gesture. As for your visit, I cannot speak with the abbot's authority, but you are always welcome company. Quanto è buono il tuo italiano? How good is your Italian? Non è troppo male. It's not too bad. Been reading every Italian medical text Klaus Drucker can get his hands on. Really? How many is that? Oh, I haven't counted, but many. Leonesian's text on the French disease, which might have been helpful for the Baron all those years ago. The Fasculus Medicina, a new printing from Venice, wonderful woodcuts. Oh, the flower of medicine from Salerno. Did you know they have translated it into Hebrew? Occitan? Imagine that. Imagine a peasant in the fields of province reading the medical wisdom of Salerno. Imagine that. Yeah, I'll reset that. Truly remarkable. What a wonder these books are. Ah, I got carried away. Hey. Anyway, it's good to see you, Andreas. Until later. Until then. Yes. Hans. Bennett. Lucas. Okay. You might have to go and talk to Smokey. Unless he knows something. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Brother Mateo, how have you been? Well, thank you. I will not bother you with questions about your life and career. It's clear you have done well for yourself. Of course, I'm sorry about Brother Piero. I know you work closely in the scriptorium. He's missed by us all. Thank you, I appreciate it. Certainly. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to my duties. God bless you, Andreas. Let's see, maybe... Good trip. God bless you, Andreas. Welcome back to Kirsa. Thank you, Sister Gertrude. All of Tassin seems to know I'm here. Haha, you're a big man in a small town, Andreas. Web travels fast. Besides, Mousefangin tells me everything that goes on in Tirsa. Who's Mousefangin? Our convent cat and an excellent rat catcher. He's always wandering about. You'll see her sometime, Casper. I don't like cats. They hiss and scratch. Oh, Mousefang is harmless if you're not pilfering the garden or cellar. She's gotten as plump as me in her later years. Until later, sister. Bless you, Andreas. Bless you, Casper. God bless you, Master Mauler. God bless you, Sister Elizabeth. Is working for Mother Illuminata very different than working for Mother Cecilia? The duties remain the same regardless of who the prioress is. You are very devoted to the prioress, sister. Surely you have noticed some changes. Mother Illuminata prefers a warmer room and maintain the hearth in her room throughout the night. That's incredibly considerate, sister. May it bring glory to God. I must return to my duties. God bless you, Master Mahler. And you, sister. Well, that was not what I was hoping for. Trying to see if anybody here will tell me about the book. See anybody in guest house? Nope. Oh, coffee can be so good, man. Oh. Good to see you, Master Mahler. I think we have to go and have our meal first before talk to people. But sometimes coffee just tastes so good. It's This is a new building, so let's see. Killian. Good day, Master Mahler. Nico. Hello, welcome to the Golden Hand. I'm Nico Berger. I own this land house and running with my wife Hannah and our son Killian. I believe you are Master Mahler, right? Anders Mahler, the famous artist from Nuremberg? Yes. It's an honor to meet you. You're quite well known in Tennessee. When you arrived in town, one of the locals said you lived here a few years back. Yes, I worked for the Abbey as an artist. I see. I heard that you were involved in solving a murder. Yes, out of necessity. The wrong man was being accused of the crime, a friend of mine. I heard it was the town stonesmason revenge for a love affair gone wrong. Love affair? No, that's not. Where did you hear that? Oh, bits and pieces that people have said here and there. Sounds like the story has changed in the last 7 years. I mean, no offense, Master Mahler. Yeah, I just find it to be an interesting story. Not a story, it's something that happened. 2 people died. Of course. Again, I meant no offense. Well, I'll leave you to your day. Until later. Until then. Say hello to his wife then. No, Mr. Mahler. No. It's short and concrete. Andreas Andreas. Broker. Klaus? You're back, good. You're almost ready to sit down to eat. Will you and Casper care to join us? Of course, thank you, Klaus. Welcome back, Andreas. Casper? Andreas, these are my friends, Benjamin and Rachel Sommerfeld. They are on their way back to Prague. Good day. Hello, excuse me for not getting up. It's a bit difficult. Oh, of course, I understand. It's nice to meet you both. Hello. Hello. That sounds like a real word, Klaus. She's learning more of them every day. She'll be reading before long. That's a wonderful sake of the gift that I have brought her. Oh? Consider it a small apology. Well, alright, let's see this small apology. Here we are. Albertus Magnus D. Anima Lubus. Andreas, she's only 2 years old. You can read it until she's ready. Thanks for this, it's a nice thought. We should probably pray before we eat, assuming the Sommerfelds don't mind. Not at all, we are accustomed to being guests in Christian homes. Thank you for asking, Klaus. Alright, I'll lead the prayer then. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen. 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 Klaus, thank you again for letting us stay here. It's been such a long trip. Oh! Is it time? No, I'm fine, I think. We are sore everywhere. Oof. Anyway, we had hoped to get home weeks ago, but the fighting has made it slow progress from Basel. Basel? Tassing is hauling on the way to Prague? We did rather not get caught up in battles between the Swabian League and peasants. Swabian Leagues and peasants, so we're taking a strange route. We were in Basel to do some business, but we didn't want to overstay our welcome. Is it really so bad for Jews there? Let's just say they've gone back and forth enough in Jews in Basel that it's best not to feel too comfortable. We felt comfortable enough with our host, but Benjamin is right, we couldn't stay long. Do you know the printer Johan Froben? How could it not be? He's turned Basel into the pride of Swiss printing. He has incredible artists working for him. All true, and we certainly don't mind that he publishes books in Hebrew. That's why he visited. Benjamin and I are creating a Hebrew type for him. Turns out when your town banishes all its Jews, you have a more difficult time finding Jews to work for you. Who could have guessed? I just wish it hadn't taken us so long to get home. We have so far to go still. It's lucky timing for me though. Now I have 2 printers and a master artist at my dinner table. True, it is an old misfortune. Daddy! Oh yes, thank you. And a future printer and baby printer to be. Tasking hasn't seen this many artists under one roof in a while. The amazing CFR printing has come so quickly. Some of the engravings I have seen are incredible. And new techniques, new types, new styles are being developed every year. Benjamin is trying to create a more readable script for Yiddish. He had typefaces for Hebrew, but it would be nice to have something separate for Yiddish. I suppose that would be a little easier to read under Hebrew square type. Yes, exactly. Spoken like a man who understands the value of legibility. We expect our rabbis and the boys in the yeshivot to read Hebrew in the standard type, but it's difficult for others. I would like our writing to be more accessible, especially to those who only read Yiddish. Yeah, something like this. I'll be sure to send you some samples when I'm finished, Klaus. Good, I like that. Oof. Yes, I'm fine. Klaus, what are you working on? I need to get ready to sell to travelers as the pass is open, but lately I've been printing the 12 articles for the town. 12 articles. Thanks to Father Thomas, everyone in town can read at least well enough to make it through that sheet. It's got a lot of people talking and a lot are coming over to Otto's way of thinking. Well, you heard himself, Andreas. What do you think of what's happening in Tassing? The abbot's always been an ass. What do you expect? You're not wrong. Remember what happened to Ottilia's house? The abbot took it away. He lives with Agnes now since Lucky died around the same time. 2 widows to keep each other company. I see. Sorry, not trying to bring up bad memories. I was just trying to say that things have been hard on the peasants for years. It's just gotten worse lately. The abbey is in such a bad state, there must be someone the abbot can appeal to for more money. Who, the Pope, the Duke of Bavaria? Bavaria? No. The Duke of Bavaria may lend him military aid, but money is unlikely. You could try to sit down with Otto and work something out. Otto's tried to reason with him, the abbot won't listen. And what can we eat? Ooh, apple pie? Oh. I'll eat mushroom porridge. You're sympathetic to what's happening here. We saw it all through Swabia. Peasants are suffering. It's true, but I worry about what will happen in Tassing. Ow! Oh, she's going into labor. I'm fine. Peasants are no match for the soldier of the Swabian League. What is the Swabian League? Mercenary soldiers for hire, they rally for coin, not for cause. I can't speak to the motives as we tried to stay far from them, but they were intimidating even at a distance. The peasants aren't careful, Tassing could draw this wrong sort of attention. I know that Otto and the peasants are taking a risk, but I believe Otto will keep things peaceful. Anyway, it's not the Swabian League we have to worry about, but the soldiers of the Duke of Bavaria. Bavaria. The Prince Bishop has the church's authority, but the Duke's lands surround Tassig and Kirsau. Okay, we're going for apple pie now. Go with Klaus. I'm sorry for what happened to your family. I'm sorry I never wrote back. That's it. I'm sorry. Yeah? That restored to move up. No! Oh, this is it. This is it. Oh no, I was afraid of this. We can't travel now. This is all my fault. We should have left Basil earlier. I love you, Benjamin, but be quiet. I don't care. I need help. Yes, we need a midwife. Is there one who would accept Rachel? I have some medical experience. Have you ever delivered a child? Technically, no. But actually, no. Alright, who else is there? Agnes Stannerin. She's Tassin's midwife. Did you get her? I think it would be best if I didn't. She doesn't like me. Klaus? Yes, I should get her. Agnes has delivered every child in Tassing as long as I can remember. He would never turn any woman away. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Klaus, you're a mensch. Enough with the fangs. Get me the midwife! Yes! Rias, you're forgiven. Casper, it was good to have you over, but you both have to leave. Thank you, Klaus. Good luck, Rachel. Yeah, thank you. I'll need it. I'll go fetch Agnes. Thank you for joining us, Andreas. I almost forgot. You should go see the bonfire preparations in the town commons. You missed them on your last visit. Klaus! I'm going! Thank you, Klaus. We will be going. Take care. Appear in the bonfire. Everyone seems to be working hard for a bonfire tonight. The commons look festive, decorated like this. Look at all the flowers, Master, and the bonfire is huge. How's the fire coming? Those logs will work out alright for you, Idris? It's all in place, hold on. Are they going all inside there, up there? Good, good. Alright, everyone, remember after the bonfire tonight we celebrate as usual. We will all gather in the woods and the women will collect herbs as tradition demands. Other, the abbot has forbidden harvesting in the forest. Please, for everyone's sake, reconsider your actions. Thank you, Father, but the abbot's order goes against God's law. The forest belongs to all of us, as do all its game and fowl and fish. We cannot claim ownership over that which the Lord gave us to hold in common. Oh, I'm sorry, Father. We will proceed as planned. Passing has never let anything get in the way of our St. John's customs as long as I can remember. We won't start now. And remember, tomorrow I will show you proof that as sure as the sun sun turns around the earth. God and our saints are with us. Good day, Andreas. Hello, Brother Voislav. You looked upset at Odo's announcement. Is everything alright? Odo is becoming more aggressive in his defiance of the abbot. Father Gannett would not take this news well. Abbot doesn't like the festivities? Well, the bonfire is fire. I look forward to it every year, and the festival is wonderful. But willfully agonizing the abbot by gathering herbs against his order. I'm afraid this won't end well. His order? Didn't you just hear Father Thomas Andreas? The abbot declared the woods off limits. Anyway, it's not for me to say. I'm sure the abbot will tell you more. He sent me with an invitation for you to dine with him tonight. I'm sure the father will want to discuss the situation over supper. Of course I'll attend, thank you, Brother Voislav. Does the invitation extend to Casper as well? I'm sorry, Andreas, but the Father Abbot has asked you to come to his house alone. You. Please tell Abbot I will see him this evening. Well, I guess I'll see what all the fuss is about. I'll meet you back at the guest house after dinner, alright? Can I help set up the festival decorations while you're with the abbot? Yes, but be back before sundown, alright? Yes, thank you, Master. I'll see you later. Hello, Dennis. Hello, Master Manu. Hello. Hello, Master Manu. Hello, Master Andreas. You best not keep the abbot waiting. Go on, we'll meet up after supper. Alright, I'm getting into trouble. This bonfire is much simpler than the one in Nuremberg, but it's pretty all the same. Nice outfits they have. Hello, Andreas. Somebody wants to really talk more things like. Yep. So let's just go. God bless you, Andreas. Okay, let's see what he wants. Glad to see you received my invitation. Hard to miss. Are you ready to eat? Yes. Good. Yes, welcome back to Kirsound. Thank you for having me, Father. I'm pleased you accepted my invitation. I know you're a busy man. Come, sit down and let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Lord, direct each of us here toward your wisdom, prudence, and guidance in our future actions. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Thank you for joining me, Andreas. It appears you've done very well for yourself, Andreas. I hope you remember your time at Kirsa fondly. You look well suited to your profession and fame. How have you been faring since you stay here? Spent much time on my painting commissions in France and learning from other artists there. Yes, I've heard the king spends a great deal of time as a patron of the arts. I'm kept busy with my art, Father. An artist can always keep improving and find work. The dedication to your craft is impressive, Andreas. The Lord has blessed the fruit of your hands. Dealing with commissions has become more tiresome than I would like. But I doubt my travels are why you have asked me here. What is on your mind, Father? In truth, I had hoped to discuss the rising tensions between the abbey and townspeople. I would like to clarify the situation for you, Andreas. Clarify what exactly? I simply want to ensure you understand the circumstances objectively from all angles. I believe you only heard from one side of the issue, Andreas. Otto's little speeches about taxes don't account for the entire situation. Why demand such high taxes then, Father? What are we gonna eat? What do we have? Lip cushion, pheasant, and plum pudding. Take lip cushion. With the scriptorium closure, the taxes are necessary to make up for the lost income. Monastic scriptoria have been falling out of fashion for a century. You didn't plan for the inevitable by preparing other revenue streams? Cursa was different, Andreas. Until recently, the monastery had patrons like Lawrence to help keep it going. Since then, I've been trying to find other revenue, but the other brothers won't cooperate or hear my ideas, especially Adok. Brother Guy has gone over the expenses himself. Raising taxes is the best way to cover these costs. But what about the prohibiting the peasant from using the forest? That's a new restriction. Let me take a pheasant. The forest belongs to the abbey and the peasants have no right to use it. Legally, it's theft. It doesn't harm the abbey to let the townsfolk pick up sticks. Such theft deprives the abbey of its natural resources. Since the abbey does not produce anything else, it must be able to sustain itself somehow, especially under such financial stress. Have you no pity for anyone in Tassing? I am more upset to hear the townsfolk have no pity for us. I hear they will continue their disobedience by collecting herbs on St. John's Eve. The whole town knows I have forbidden it. The matter is grave, and I will excommunicate anyone who defies my order. You will condemn the town over something so petty? But it's up to them. Remaining impartial will be impossible as long as you're in town. Support me in ending this foolish rebellion. You have a reputation in town, Andreas. You're a successful man, and the townsfolk believe you. They are like you. I would like you to convince the other townsfolk, the printer, for example, that this uprising is not in their best interest. The rest of the town will follow, and the peasants will have no chance to resist. We can end this peacefully. Peasants have genuine grievances. Why not talk with them and negotiate? I am a forgiving man, but Odo's stubbornness has challenged even me. Odo is past the point of talking, Andreas. That's why I'm begging you for help in the matter. Please take more time to think about it. I apologize. We must conclude for now. I must excuse myself. I'm expected to lead a service at the compliance tonight. Think on what we have discussed, Andreas. I trust you can find your way out. Well, Father Abbot, good night. Huh. Everything else will go right through here. Gonna go through the forest. Nobody here picking up any sticks right now. You've already done it now. Oh well, that artist, the one who lived with the Gertners, got mixed up in the wonderful killing of the rat, the Baron. I was just trying to clear my friend's name. I think I care. If a flood washed the abbey and all the monks into the river, I would grab the nearest man and dance of welling joy. Anyway, no time to talk now, fancy man. Time to call to the fire. Oh? Audience, Mama Perchta. Nos are young guests, Guad Pertin. TV nos claiming. Ha 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 ha. Alright, I'm going to go. Ha 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 ha. Enjoy the evening, Andreas. But if you want my advice, stay out of the woods tonight. Ha 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 ha. I've already been in the woods. Ha 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 ha. Evening, Andreas. Hey, how do you like the bonfire? We built it nice this year, big and sturdy. It's a fine setup, Carl. Excellent work. Now we can compare to where you come from, but we will still give it our all. A celebration of the light to prepare the way for our Lord. Anton, you remember Andreas Mahler, the master artist? Yeah, I've seen him around town. Don't be polite. Hello, Master Mahler, how are you? I'm well, thank you, young man. Anton's a good boy, let me tell you. A bit of a rascal, as you can see, but he's got a good head and a good heart. Likes to hide it, though. Dad, will you stop? Easy to rally you up, just like your mother. How is Helena? Is she not attending the bonfire? See Jonas later. She went with Martha to dip the toes into the stream and to pick some flowers for the garlands and reds. It's important to hold to traditions. You're right, especially with the times we're having. Besides, maybe Martha and Helena will come across a blossom of her fern out there. What's so funny about that? Ferns don't flower, that means no power to speak with animals for you, boy. Don't worry, Anton, you can always get a golem with St. John's wort to ward off any demons and evil spirits. Yeah, got that, Anton? Make sure to keep your eyes open for those spirits walking the earth tonight. Evil spirits and demons? I've never seen any of myself. And you won't have to if we are careful, my boy. The bonfire will frighten them off with the help of the Lord. That's why we have the feasts and celebrations. Speaking of what do you think of the festival so far, Anton? It's fun, I guess. I like the fires when they are lit. The mountains get to twinkle like the stars. I don't like when people get drunk and rowdy as the night goes on. They get into fights and all. Oh, anyone in particular? Well, not as much lately, but Martin used to get in trouble. Anton's got a good eye. Martin's been a solid fellow once he came back, but he sometimes drinks too much. He's calmed down lately. You know, he used to be kind of a shit. Language, boy. That doesn't look kindly on blasphemy. But those are your words, Dad. As you don't quote me, quote the scripture instead. It's better for your soul. You listen to your father, Anton. I will, I do. Jesus. Hey, what did I say? Don't let your mother catch you with that mouth. Well, I'll let you get back to the festivities now. It was a pleasure. Until later, Andreas. Bye. Why, Martin, look who it is. Good evening, Andreas. Andreas, you staying for the festival, I hope? Of course he's staying. Who would miss this? Especially after your burly boys built such a beautiful bonfire. Burly boy like me would do anything for you, like. For you, Dub. Couldn't help myself. Get the Martin, you're both feeling very festive, I see. The food, the fires, the dancing, it really is a night to enjoy. It's to honor the anniversary of the birth of the Blessed John. A vigil for who prepared the way. Yes, and he will like everyone to have a good mood in their hearts and good food in their bellies. As a hermit who wandered in the desert, living off locusts and wild honey, he probably wouldn't agree. I would like to live off some wild honey myself, if you catch my meaning. So you're going to heed Otto's call and go into the forest? No, I'm really not looking for trouble. There's enough of that going around. Did you forget that, not to gathering any herbs? Our place is by my Martin's side. The word of the abbot is the word of the church. It's improper to go against the word of the church. Only slightly less improper than all the time you spend with Veronica. Oh, Brigitte, I'm sorry. It was a joke. It came out poorly. Good for the heart to have cherished friends. It's fine. Yes, I was about to say, the bonfire is enough. We will dance until our legs begin to waver, right, Martin? We'll not miss it for the world. That's delightful. I hope you have a great evening. You as well, Andreas. Until later. Hello, Master Mahler. Evening, Till. Enjoying the festival? Very much so. I perhaps feel a tad old for the most active side of celebrations, but I enjoy the sights and sounds. Did you know the word for the summer solstice leads back to the Romans? I put it in real Latin. I picked up a few words over the years, and I still had the mind to put the 2 and 2 together. Admiral, I must admit. Nothing, Master Mahler. Mainly proverbs and the occasional word, hence solstice. Such as it looks at this time of year. The sun rises higher for a long time and then it stays there before falling again. A fitting allegory for the great cosmic arc of mankind, rise and fall. What to make up for that? Dancing, leaping, and song. Joy and people do seem elated, although I don't think the same applies to average generals. Others courting danger, I agree, going against the decrees of the abbey like so. The festival has always been a rebellious streak of just a mockery. I don't see it as sacred as some. What are we mocking? The fools of the community, most like. The devices folks get up to, especially those more important than us peasants. Overall, I think it brings people together. I wish I could read more about all this. Well, with the Abbey selling books from their library, I hoped I could get some for myself, but it proved to be far too expensive. Claus and his printings have proven to be of more use and a fair bit cheaper. Does this mean you have read the 12 articles? I have. But that is not a... But that is not a talk to be had on this EU celebration, Master Mahler. I see a point. Well, have you maybe come across any interesting tales? I have indeed, Master Mahler. Oh, I didn't quite understand everything. The text was in Latin. It was by a Roman named Strabo. It was about geography. That's why I noticed it. Don't believe I had the chance to read anything by him. It was a fairly complicated read, I must admit. The book was about many kinds of barbarians, which also included the Great Two tribe I read about years ago. People who used to live on this very land before the Romans arrived. He called this place Catium and described it as a cluster of huts, and its people hostile and warlike, only interested in hunting and fighting. There was something about Manus and his sons, but I couldn't understand a lot of it. In any case, when the Romans came, most of these locals were driven out, but some were captured to work in the fields and the mines. What happened to the locals who were forced out? No idea. I would imagine that after the Romans were driven off, they when their empire started falling apart, maybe the barbarians came back. But But were they really the same people or nomads from elsewhere? Guess we may never know. Thank you for the quick history. I'll let you get back to the festivities. Enjoy yourselves tonight, Master Mother. Until later. Quite okay. A lot of history. Good evening, Andreas. Nice to see you here. Grandpa, look who it is. Yeah? Oh, the artist, you're still around. I thought you stay and enjoy the festivities. You call this a festival? Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. You're not going to tell the story again, are you? You kids need to learn it by heart, else Percha will run you down. This is about the wild hunt. Yes, it draws near. Heed my warning. Grandpa, you're getting agitated again. It's not good for your health. Nonsense, I cannot leave any bastard out here. So, where was I? Wild hunt? Yes, did you bring your mask? I didn't realize I was supposed to bring one. The fools I have to suffer. The mask are to protect us as we banish the witches and the spirits into Percha's path. It punishes all humans if she finds in the woods on St. John's Eve, since only witches are out in the wilderness. Anyone caught will be turned into animals. No one but the priest can then turn on your back. Well, I guess I can imagine a worse punishment. You joke, artist, but you won't be laughing when Percha finds you. Stay indoors tonight. If you want to come outside, stay with the light of St. John's fire. At least Saint Seicha blesses the herbs in the forest this night. The women will gather the herbs, regardless of the bastard abbot. It's certainly important to stockpile some for the winter. Thank you for teaching me more about the local traditions. Hey, Big George. Grab some of those ashes with you after the bonfires die down? Fine. What are the ashes for? It's to spread across the garden and shows a good harvest. Figures you city people don't know shit. Don't be like that, Grandpa. Now that story time is over, how are you enjoying the evening so far, Andreas? I've spoken to a few other people here, very enlightening. The best time to spend time with your friends. Have you heard anything interesting? Gossip, you two are like that burner in the forest. Smokey, that's the one. Always nosy about other people. Yes, it's been fun to hear what people think about St. John's Eve. Maybe you get a few dances as well, Andreas? I'd rather not. I hope I will get the chance to dance with my dear. Can see why you couldn't. Big George is right there. Yes, Big George. Well, I shouldn't keep you from the night celebration until later. Andreas? Salutation, Andreas. Most wonderful to see you here. I see you two have met. What do you want with an inventor? I make all manner of mechanical contraptions filled with gears and levers and other such delights. Andreas here is a man of the mind. Why he shouldn't find interest in my work? For all the use it is. The mind is of the inventor exists to create, to build, to go one step further. One step further toward the garbage heap. Haha. Very inspiring thought, Baltas. I thank you, Master Artist. Speaking of, have you had the chance to look around town tonight? I imagine the sights could also be inspiring to your artistic mind. The passing certainly looks cheerful with the decorations and bonfire. Indeed, look at their peasants' ingenuity. Consider the bonfire itself. It is built to allow the air and the heat to flow through it at a great speed, and how it roars. A clever piece of construction, but oh, those a clever man. It's a feat almost worthy of a university degree. These people have natural traditions. They have managed to figure out many clever things without even the most cursory education. It is knowledge that hails from preceding generations, lived experience passed along the chain of time. Not quite the knowledge of a rigorously educated mind, perhaps, but nonetheless useful. Our ancestors are smarter than us, not individually, but taken together. Indeed, you have an inventor's insight. Scribbling some parchment and paint and cloth, truly the works of an intellectual master artist. Neither of you know these people like I do. God has assigned them their place in the order of the world for good reason. There's some merit in learning from the peasants, even you learning given their understanding of herbal remedies. Their traditions are profane. Consider the eve of St. John, tainted by the pagan rituals, is an affront to Christ. St. Eligius warned against precisely this nearly 1,000 years ago. Where did this newfound piety come from? Don't pretend to know anything about me. I've been on a pilgrimage to Aachen. I visited the Marian shrine and stood in the presence of those holy relics. To be in the presence of St. John the Baptist's beheading cloth was an experience I will never forget. I haven't managed a pilgrimage myself, but I hope to. It will do you good, Mother. You need it. No, let us keep peace in our hearts as brothers in Christ. We're here to celebrate. I'll let you continue with your evening then. Good night. Very good night. Oh, and come by my workshop, Master Mother. I would love to exchange ideas. It'll be my pleasure. Well, until then. Mother? As I realized, look how big the bonfire is. The decorations are so fancy. The St. John's Eve Festival is a big event for casting. I missed it last time I was here. Have you ever been to a festival like this, Casper? Nope, I've never seen anything like this. Can I stay at the bonfire and see the costumes or watch them collect herbs, Master Mother, please? Alright, but follow along and don't get in their way. I'm too tired for the festival. I think I'll just turn in for the night. Yes, I promise I won't make trouble. I'll see you tomorrow, Master. Yeah. No, I have to go this way. Evening, Master Molly. You're not taking part in the festivities? I came to ask you the same. I didn't see you at the bonfire. I imagine it would be a great chance to get a gossip. Plenty of gossip to go around if one keeps their eyes open in the forest tonight. It's an enchanted evening. As for your question, I got enough fire and smoke as it is. And decent folk don't like to associate with my cat, even as they like the charcoal, they hate the burner. Other than Endris, he occasionally comes by, but I guess he has to keep a good relations for his trade. People avoid you even on nights such as this? Well, fine, they are not as bad as usually, but truth to be told, I don't really care. I made my peace with the matter. For me, it's a night like most others. I prefer staying sober and observing the townsfolk. Easier to get all the gossip for the year to come, you know? Besides, I reckon I'm growing too old for mischief. Let's let others run around in their silly costumes. I think it still has some youth in me. Like the sun rises to its highest point every year, so my back grows every more crooked. But I appreciate you coming by. I wish you a pleasant evening, Master Mahler. Until later. So then. But there would be something here. Didn't catch the ladies in the waterfall this time. What the heck? What did I miss? I wonder if something's gonna happen to Casper now. Uh-oh. You know, talk to the saints and all. This part is a little bit of an odd one, and so is the start of the game. We talk to the saints for some reason. Yeah, let me get some more coffee. Be right back. Okay. Let's... Oh my god, we have to go all the way around. Oh wait, it's the white line. Oh crap, we have to follow this all the way around. I'm gonna talk to our father again or something. And our wife. That's what happened, or to be wife at that point last time. Yep, Sabina. What is it? What? Come home. I will soon. So lying. Sometimes I think you must despise me. But maybe it's worse than that. Maybe I'm nothing to be regarded at all. What am I to you now? An annoyance? A bother? A nuisance to be ignored while you lead another life in Paris? Was there ever an ounce of love in your heart for me? Of course there was, but no longer. I hate talking to you when you're like this. You hate everything about me. I don't hate you. You don't love me. Doesn't matter. Go back to your work, the only thing that makes you happy. This house is so lonely without him. Stop. Your presence would only amplify the grief. Stop! Leave me alone with the memory of him. Stop! Just leave me alone just for one night. One night where I don't have to dream about him. Please. Thank you. August. Hello, August. What am I supposed to do? Just wait here with you? I know you ain't gonna say anything. You never say anything. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for you. I suppose there's not much one can do against plague. You get tired of where you are? The last time I saw you, I said goodnight to you. I couldn't come to bed, so I stood in the doorway. I just stood in the dark. You didn't say anything back, so I said it again. I don't know how long I stood there. Just waiting for you to say goodnight. You still look the same age to me. I wonder if I will ever forget your face. Do I remember your mother as she is? I remember loving her. Can you ever picture someone clearly if you love them? I loved you, little boy. I loved you so much. Sometimes I wish I could die so I wouldn't feel it anymore. But I can't. So I retrace my steps every night. And I find my way back to her. Back to you. I love you, August. Good night. Back here we are again. What happened to this place? Where is Prester John? Where is Socrates and Saint Grobian? Grobian wasn't on the ship of fools. Won't you answer me? No force for Beatrice? You are Beatrice, aren't you? Once I was a voice of caution, of prudence. And now? More or less than caution, the ache of doubt that stiffens to paralyzes. Paralyzes that breeds despair. Melancholy. What happened to you? What happens to you happens to us. The foundation of this city is still moored within the ocean of your mind. Its court does not rule your mind rules the court. Once reason, curiosity, and the foolishness of youth dwelt under the aegis of your intellect. And all that remains, the melancholy of life's autumn. How did it come to this? You have turned your gaze to your own dark center. You know the courses of your own life. You know how the choices you have made have brought you here. What am I supposed to do What am I supposed to do about it now? Change your life. Wait, I shouldn't be here. I needed to be help someone. Is Casper alright? Is Casper alright? Oh, so your thoughts aren't entirely turned inward. There's still something in you that cares for others in spite of your melancholy. Perhaps there is still hope for us. Wake up, Andreas.